further south of the town, but there's Dubrovnik. We'll be walking around that wall pretty soon, walled city. 45,000 people in the whole city of Dubrovnik, about 1,500 live within the walls. Try to zoom in on one section, you can see the walls here that are about 600 years old. The old walled city of Dubrovnik. This was all bombed during the Croatian-Bosnian War. The Bosnians wanted to capture Dubrovnik, have some more access to the sea. They were not successful, but they took just about every roof off of those Spanish tiles there. And across the bay is a UNESCO island, protected island. There's a Napoleon fortress on top, and nobody lives on the island except the peacocks. There's a monastery on the island. Dubrovnik. There's a welcome sign to the city. That's the way going in. We're actually outside the city limits of Dubrovnik now, but beautiful city we're going to be visiting in a moment.
Period is the period of the local autonomy. From mid-1300s till early 1800s, was one of the wealthiest places in the world. The GDP per capita was second to...
As you're bringing in the beer barrels here, we're about to start the tour, and here is a artist rendition of the wall with the boats in the old harbor and a beautiful restaurant right on the side. We might have a cup of coffee here later, and here's some of the nice scenes of the wall. Cannons sticking out up there. The walls of Dubrovnik. There's the bridge we'll be going across to enter into the Pila gate. P-I-L-E is pronounced Pila. The wall's going up into the mountains. Got an orange tree here growing right outside the wall. One on each side of the gate, and looks like there's a bit of a grove of oranges and a nice sitting area. There's Chopko. Chopko found his way over here. Wonder how Jackie's doing. There's a magnolia tree on the other side. We may have some magnolia blossoms coming when we come back. Here's some beautiful white blossoms.
On the main street. It's so smooth, so slippery, looks like marble, but there's the same stone like the one on the houses. Look close to the wall. Close to the wall of the house, it is still rough. People haven't walked so close, and the central part has been polished by people in their shoes. They walked in it for over 500 years. Water, electricity, washing machines, but the sewage system is from 600 years ago. It doesn't require maintenance, and it works
like
just
Paris
fine.
sewer system. They just flush the water down the street. The water is sloping towards the old harbor, he says.
Later on,
Foka's going to check it out. She's going to do something with water in a second.
And the spices up in the alleys and on the balconies. You can notice the balconies and the laundry. One of the things you can see on the main street, that all houses look the same, which is strange for a city that was wealthier than Venice.
No balconies were allowed to be put on these reconstructed houses after the 1667 earthquake destroyed the town. So people were killed because of the balconies falling on them.
Because of the rainwater, all children not to fall through.
Oh.
Neither of the two. It was done that way because of women's dignity. Awkward situations. For example, when women went up the stairs, they had to lift their long skirts, not to flip over the skirt. And when they did it, so that the men from the street wouldn't see their ankles underneath the dresses, they blocked the lower part of the stone. Can you imagine? They were trying to hide the women's ankles.
We just came up on a lower part of the wall here. Here's the old port.
You can see the breakwater on the way in. In the old days, when there were a lot of merchant ships in port, the harbor was locked overnight. A chain was pulled from the fortress that you can see around the corner to the breakwater, and the chain would float on wooden logs. And ships back then didn't have engine. Around 8 miles down the coast. Well, let me tell you a little bit about the walls. What's the length of the wall? 2 kilometers, around 1 mile, 6,400 feet long, built out of a limestone from the nearby islands of Hvar, Korčula, and Brač. Well, the walls are up to 80 feet high and up to 20 feet thick. You can see there's the higher wall and the lower scarp wall. You can notice that some fortresses are square, while others are round. What do you think why?
Shoot in all directions.
Why they added the round fortresses?
The thing went off when they shot it.
Exactly. The cannonball would ricochet. What's the story behind it? The Ottoman Turks. Well, this part of here, it is marked by conflicts. This part of here is called the gunpowder, gunpowder barrel of here. So we had a lot of conflicts in the history. There is one of the main reasons is the Ottoman invasion back in the 1400s. The Ottoman Turks, they first conquered the Constantinople in 1450s. 10 years later, they were already behind the mountain. They were there for 400 years. And the Christian population, which was